Okay, welcome back. Hey, this is motor number 6 for the year. Right there is motor number 7. We're going to do a full build on this one, and then that one over there, we're just doing the oil pump conversion for that. A couple things that are going on with that we're going to show you. But I wanted to show you some of the stuff that we do with the blocks here. We already have this, ground down. We're going to smooth that out just a little bit more, and then we have to drill that down into the oil passage, and then drill a passage from here down, intersect those two. Then we make sure all the burrs are out of there and everything. And there's a lot of other drilling and tapping that needs done to this to get it ready for the oil pump swap. And we're going to use the 2.3 windage tray in this also. But one of the things that we do is we get rid of all this casting flash here. So you see, whenever they cast the block, there'll be a sharp little ridge in there. And on this side, as well as on this side, let me get around here, this side in the back, we get rid of that. That way, if something would happen, I doubt it would, but you never know. So if something would happen where maybe a piece of that could break off and fall down into the motor, might cause some issues. So we get rid of that. Another thing we do is all the casting flash here. Well, we're going to try and get that where you can see that. All the casting flash here on the block, we get rid of that. And I'm trying to get this where, there it goes. Down this side, down the other side, and there's a couple places in the back of the block over here. When you flip it over, you can see that we're gonna remove this. And this just makes it a lot easier to work on if you grab hold of it. You're not gonna catch a sharp edge or something. Some of this stuff really sticks out pretty bad. So we get rid of that. Makes it a little more professional. Too, so you can rub your finger on it. Don't get hurt. Now we're doing the oil pump conversion on this, and you might ask, why didn't I clean it? It's still the way the block arrived, and that's because if something would happen, and I've never had any issues, but this is racing, and if something can go wrong, it usually does. But I don't want to put the kibosh on myself, but I've never had any issues with these. But if something would happen to the block and we'd have to scrap it for some reason, I can't foresee anything happening, but you never know. I don't want to waste all my time and the customer's money to wash that thing and have it all cleaned up just to have it ruined. So this is going to be filled, literally just filled with metal chips and grindings and everything. This bolt hole usually gets filled up; it overflows, just from the chips falling out. And yeah, it's a real mess. So there's really no sense in cleaning it before you actually machine it. And one of the things we do is we get rid of all the oil galley plugs, everything on the side of the block for the cooling system and the oil passages and everything. So we get rid of those. And little trick is, if you got one that's stuck, you can just use one of these little butane torches and you just heat up the area right around where the plug is for about 60 seconds. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to get right on the plug. You want to heat the block up, and then those will pull right out. Now, let's say you tried to take one out and it's like a hex drive, like an Allen key, and maybe the plug rounds off. Well, then you get this situation here where basically all we do is let's get the right side here, turn it over. We would just weld a bolt to it if it strips out, and we take it out that way. So we just take it out with the bolt attached. This is cooled down, so I can touch it. So you don't have to go crazy with the weld. You just burned it in a little bit on one side, and then this is junk. You just throw it away and put a new plug in. By the way, you see that filter? That's the way this thing arrived. It's no wonder somebody scrapped it. That's a Fram filter. Whatever you do, don't use a Fram filter on these motors. They're really just, they're absolutely garbage. There's been guys, with the quad 4s and the twin cams, guys that use these, and they'll have a lot of lifter rattle, and they'll switch and put an AC filter on it. I use the Napa Gold filters. They're made by Wix, and yeah, I've never had any trouble with those. But those those Fran filters are absolutely garbage. So let's show you some of the casting flash if we can. You can see this sharp edge here, and let's see over here, and you can see how this like sticks out. It's like a lip on there. Excuse my dirty nails, I've been cleaning here, but yeah, I mean, this is, I mean, you rub your hand on that, you're gonna get scuffed. And then we got the casting flash over here. You can see how rough that is from the factory. That's why we grind that down. So if you're working on it and you're wrenching and your hands rubbing, then you don't get all scuffed up. So we'll just use a wire wheel to remove this gasket material, and they get rid of that. And we take all the plugs out, including this little guy. So this one here is on the stand for going next, but we are on this one now. So wanted to just make a short little video here to show you some of the things that we do, and just some of the little extra things that we do to try to make for a good experience. This motor here is not going to be bored out. It's going to be the stock bore. We're just going to hone the cylinders, put a new set of rings in it, and reuse the stock pistons. We are going to put a good set of rods in it, and I looked the pistons over really good, and there's a little bit of carbon buildup on them, but we have some the Berryman's carb cleaner that will set the piston in for about an hour, and then pull it out, and then you scrub it, and then you just keep doing that until they're clean. They'll come out, they'll actually look new. We'll try and do a video with that, and we also got a transmission to do. So yeah, we got that along with all the other stuff, including 2 transmissions right there. So this motor and this transmission are going to go together, and whenever this is done, this will be given back to the customer all completely assembled. The clutch, pressure plate, flywheel, everything will be together. We got the entire rotating assembly balanced. We just have to weight match the pistons is all, so that won't be a problem. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't liked and subscribed, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that now down below. I think it's on that side right over there. Appreciate everybody who's been subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video.